have you thought this through? If you send your Oklahoma National Guard down there and a bunch of other states send them down there, you know, all Joe Biden has to do is federalize all of them. Next thing you know, they are doing essentially support work for the Border Patrol, who are down there right now just trying to process the invasion of migrants. Your National Guard could be working for Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I've been on the border. I've talked to the border agents. Even the border agents themselves are scratching their head. But these are good Americans, and they're trying to obey their boss. But they don't agree with that policy either. And of course, the National Guard soldiers, they're Texans and they're Oklahomans and they're Tennessee folks. And these are just Americans, and they don't like what's going on.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt decided to breeze by Steve Doocy's question about involving his National Guard in the illegal standoff that Greg Abbott's gotten himself into at the border. Maybe because he's just looking for some MAGA attention. And he just might get it after reciting white supremacists' favorite bedtime story, the Great Replacement Theory.
So you would really be putting our soldiers in a tough situation to protect their states against fentanyl deaths and against illegal immigrants and terrorists in a lot of cases, just to appease some administration that has a political agenda. That's the only possible explanation, is they're wanting to nationalize and get a bunch of voters in that they think is going to swing elections. That's the only logical explanation. And it's absolutely illogical to think that we have leaders that are more focused on the next election instead of doing what's right for America.
These guys play the same hand over and over again. It's a sign that they don't have anything appealing to offer to their voters. So while they claim this debate about the state of our southern border is all about the political aspirations of the administration, don't forget that Trump told Republicans like Josh Hawley to do nothing so that they can focus on their fake politics and win an election.
Now, Trump has been posting on social media saying the GOP should not, quote, do a border deal at all unless we get everything.
Senator, is this deal dead effectively?
I hope so. It should be. If it's not dead yet, it should be dead. I mean, there is absolutely no reason to agree to policies that will just further enable Joe Biden.
And like anything else involving Texas Republicans, when they think they're not going to get their way, even with Donald Trump's Supreme Court ruling against them here, they daydream about seceding.
No, it's very important. The Constitution would never have been ratified. The federal government was giving powers that were specifically granted by the states, not vice versa. We retained everything else. We did not grant them the authority to control the border and then say, we're not going to protect you. That would never, there's no way on earth, DeSantis is right, there's no way on earth that the founders would have allowed that to happen, and there's no way that Texas would have joined the union if that meant that we couldn't protect ourselves.
And what the hell happened at the Supreme Court? All questions to ask.
These politicians are having a harder time lying to their constituents about the circumstances and politics they've played behind voters' backs. They somehow forget that there's audio and video of them promoting their chaotic plans for political gain and opposing leaders that are willing to take an easy win by calling them out.
They won't touch it. They don't want to solve this problem. They want to use it for political purposes. And again, I say this as a border state governor. No one has to introduce me to this issue. We're the largest port in the Western Hemisphere in the state of California. We live this. And I think it is a disgrace what the Republican Party is doing, what Donald Trump is doing. And this is hidden in plain sight. He sent out a tweet or some truth, whatever, saying, kill it. And these guys are so weak. It's so pathetically weak, this Republican Party. And the new speaker said, oh, yes, sir, what else would you like us to do? We don't care about America. We don't care about our freedoms and liberties. We care about politics exclusively at the expense of the American people, because all we care about is winning for winning's sake. That is shameful.